Today, our group will be exploring how different leadership styles impact employee loyalty. A key factor is business performance and staff retention. We focus our research on two well-known UK retailers, which are John Lewis Partnership and New Look. Next question is to ask is why leadership? Because this goal goes far beyond job titles and or authority. Leadership defines workplace culture, which influences how valued employees feel and ultimately how long they stay. Our goal was to understand how leadership styles affect loyalty and to compare how this plays out in two very different organization structures. We rely entirely on secondary data, drawing from credible sources like Glassdoor employee review, academic journals, company reports, and industry statistics. Our early findings are clear. John Lewis' participated leadership approach is where staff are treated as co-owners and actively involved in decisions, which correlates with higher employee engagement and satisfaction. While on the other hand, New Look is more of autocratic, a top-down style, and seems to contribute to lower staff morale and retention rates. Let me give you some background. John Lewis was founded in 1928. Is unique in its own employee owned. Every staff member is called a partner, giving them a direct stake in the company's success. Meanwhile, established in 1969, operates globally with a more conventional management hierarchy, fast-paced and profit-focused. These differences made from these ideal case studies, and so this is the foundation set. I will now hand over to Nonso, who will walk us through our problem statements, research question, and key insights from our literature review. Thank you.
Thank you, Banji. Akamnon Chukun, also Isaac. Now that we understand the context and why this research matters, let's dive into the problem we aim to address. Despite growing awareness about the importance of employee engagement in the retail sector, many organizations still struggle with high turnover rates and low morale. What is the underlying issue? Often, it's ineffective leadership. While existing studies link leadership to loyalty, very few directly compare specific leadership styles within real life companies. This is where research steps in, and we've asked questions like, how do different leadership styles influence employee loyalty in the UK retail sector? More specifically, we've asked more questions like, what leadership style is adopted by John Lewis and New Look? How do these styles affect staff loyalty and retention? And what practical lessons can other retailers learn from these two models? To answer these questions, we thoroughly reviewed a wide range of sources, from peer-reviewed academic journals to company reports and employee review platforms. The literature was rich with insights. For example, participative leadership, as seen at John Lewis, is often linked with increased job satisfaction, commitment, and performance. Studies by Gupta 2025 and Castaldo et al. 2023 supports this also. On the other hand, autocratic leadership, like that observed at New Look, may deliver quick results, but often leads to disengagement over time. We also identify research gaps. Few studies compare these dynamics directly within UK retail landscape, especially using case studies. Our work aims to fill that gap. Next, Japheth will talk us through how we designed our methodology and gathered our data. Thank you.
Thank you, also. I'm not gonna take a Jafet Agumi, and to ensure the credibility of our work and our research, we use quantitative and secondary data approach. Our data came from four key sources: academic journals and books like JOSTA and ResearchGate, company websites, and official reports from John Lewis and New Look, industry insights from platforms like CIPD and Employment Reviewed, platforms such as Glassdoor and Trustpilot. We target keywords like staff loyalty, leadership styles, and staff turnover. To guide our data collection, we gathered evaluated document analysis framework from Boeing 2009 and and this allowed us to have an average of 4.2 stars in John Lewis, while New Look averaged 2.8 stars. That gaps alone tells us how leadership skills impact in the interworks of our staffs and employees. Now, let me hand over to Olajide, who would discuss the resource and implementation and what they mean for retail leaders.
Yeah, thank you, Javed. Let's now look. My name is Olajide Akiloye. Let's now look at what our findings reveals. Across all data sources, the evidence was consistent. John Lewis participates leadership style, foster high employee loyalty, better morale, and strong long-term performance. Employees feel heard, valued, and empowered. By contrast, New Look autocrat model may offer control and fast exclusion, but it often leads to staff feelings, disconnect, or replacement. High turnover rates, poor grassroots review, and lower trust level all reflect that. We also analyze customer review from Transpilot and annual report. A strong correlation emerged where employees felt loyal and committed. Customer satisfaction tended to rise. So, what does this mean for retail leaders? The takeaway is clear. Inclusive leadership pay off when staff are involved in decision and feel part of the bigger picture. They are most likely to stay, perform well, and represent the brand politely. We recommend that retail invest in leadership training, create open communication channel, and shift away from rigid hierarchies. Finally, Damilare will wrap up with the conclusion, limitation, and suggestion for future research. Thank you. Damilare, your mic is mute.
Thank you, Olajide. My name is Oluwadamilare Akrodolu. To conclude our presentation, our research confirmed that leadership styles has direct impact on employee, loyal, and organization performances. John Lewis perspectives approaches promote trust, engagement, and loyal, all of which translate to better long-term results. In contrast, New Look autocratic model neither work in short time, but it weak morale and increase staff turnover. Those insights are not only relevant to our two case study, often border lesson from the UK retail sectors. However, it's important to acknowledge some limitation. Our research was based solely on secondary data, which means we have considered including real-time employee interview or survey, also focusing on just two companies limited how far our conclusion can be generalized. This said the opportunity open opportunity for further research. We recommend expanding the simple sites, including primary data, and exploring how those leadership styles evolve in post-pandemic retailer environment. Reference supporting our findings including Basha 2025, GAPTA 2025, Zana Baza 2023, Bowen 2009, and organization data from CIPD, Glassdoor, and Trustpilot. Thank you for your attention. We welcome your thoughts and feedback. Thank you for listening. I, Uluwadam Larry. Bye.